Hello.
Hi.
Janet, you need to unmute because we can't hear you, any of you.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Okay, I do have a little speaker I'll set up so we can hear a little better.
Hi,
Rebecca, stay in charge right now.
So how many people are on Zoom? Five. Is Marie there from Arizona? No? Oh, she was. Yeah, she said she was gonna try to Zoom in. Does she need a new link? She was waiting.
I sent a new link to everybody, but if they didn't check their email, they're obviously not going to have it. So I
I told Lisa.
I have Marie's phone number. I can probably text her.
Yay.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, I got the email.
Good.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Lisa.
Can you state who
Can
you are?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Okay, so before we got hooked up to Zoom, we were just talking to everybody here. There's about 10 people here at the Powerhouse. And we started out, we thanked Drew for volunteering to make the mock-up of the sculpture that will be on the campus eventually. We talked a little bit about that. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we talked about the new stickers that will be sent to all members.
Is there a camera?
No.
That's true, you don't have your video turned on.
And then Paulette was telling us about the things that she's doing with community outreach. And do you want to restate some of those things?
Sure. Last year, I don't know if everybody really knew, but we were trying to start an outreach program in the neighborhood and especially work with the children from Rock. And we met here on campus and we were holding classes for the kids from Rock initially, just them. The teachers taught the classes for free and then donated their time and their supplies to the classes. So from there, we weren't getting enough children from Rock. I decided to flip it around and invite the community. So we did a public outreach to kids in in Wales and in East Aurora, whatever. And so we did. We ended up filling up the classes, and the money that we raised from Rock or from the classes went to Rock. So we were able to give them a check last fall for $340. So we hope to try to do that type of stuff again. I'm starting to talk to some area artisans to see if they'd like to teach, what they would like to teach. We're trying to at least do this right now once a month on a Thursday evening. So it would be run from like an hour and a half. It would be a 6:30 to an 8 o'clock night. And I'll be calling some of the people in the guild to see if they would be willing to join us in this endeavor. And then maybe during the summer, we might do a little bit more. And I'm also looking into area businesses to see if they would give us an opportunity for the guild to have a sponsor page. They would give 10% discount to an art, and in return we give them on our sponsor page that would be new to the website to put a link to their business, but then also let them know that, you know, we are getting something back from them, the 10%. So that's another thing that I've been working on. And the third thing I'm working on right now is possibly getting the Arts and Craftsman Guild places to showcase their work. I know a lot of times it will be paintings or things that would go on the wall, but I'm looking into those possibilities also. Thank you. That's my update.
So this is mainly just a question and answer sort of session. Earlier today, we did go to the Birchfield Penny Art Center and saw a beautiful exhibit of Charles Birchfield's work that came from galleries from all over the country. They brought their Birchfield pieces back to our local Birchfield Penny Art Center. And they have display going on currently. It was beautiful, takes up the whole first floor. I believe today was the first day of that exhibit, and we had a docent, Andrea, who did a presentation for our guild about a year ago. She's a docent there and gave us a personal tour. So for those of you that went, it was a great experience, and we're hoping to do 2 to 3 field trips, as we call it, field trips per year for guild members. So they'll be up and coming. If anybody has ideas of where they might want to go in the future, or what topic they want to hear in a meeting, now's a good time to bring that up. And if it doesn't come to you now, you think of something, always email us and we'll check into it.
I really like that idea. Field trip. So Karen Carlton should be joining us.
If you sent it out another link for
Okay.
Zoom, so if you want to go into that,
Christina, you had a question.
check it out and probably forgot now. We had some difficulties. Okay, bye. No, it's fine. Marie's hosting on from Arizona.
Okay, yes. Did you people on Zoom, did you hear that question? No, okay. Christina is brand new to the guild, and she wants to know how we're structured. Can you all hear me? Yeah, okay. And what the steering committee is all about. So we formed about 2015, so almost 7 years ago. And at that time, we held all of our meetings here and there on the Roycroft campus, sometimes at the inn, sometimes in the conference room, in the powerhouse, whatever space was available. And we tried to do it once a month. And we started then looking into bylaws. We actually wrote our own bylaws. We were looking into what we call a board of directors, and we were looking into what it would take to become a 501c3 nonprofit. And we did find out it was expensive. We had to have a lawyer, and we started just talking to Kurt, letting him know what he was giving us a space for free to use, what was going on. And it became a mutual agreement that we would become a subset or a part of the Roycroft campus. So we're under their umbrella, under their 501c3 nonprofit status. So we didn't have to go getting a lawyer and establishing our own. So we're part of the campus. So because of that, they have a board of directors. And we are what would be considered the board of directors is just called the steering committee, because they have a board. We're a subset of them, so we can't have a board, but we have a steering committee. And the steering committee consists of, there's about 9 of us now. Janet is fairly new. She started it a couple months ago. And Janet just took over. She just took over, just
Yeah,
brand new.
so
She took over
I think
social
we
media.
try.
Stacy used to do social media and treasury. So now Stacy is down to one job, which is good. We want people to have one job versus 2 or 3. So thank you, Janet.
Oh, you're welcome, everybody.
Thank you for trying to help us. Let's see, Paulette is in charge of membership.
Yeah.
Which Stacy is working on also, community outreach. But Paulette is the membership chairperson. I am the, I guess, chair of this committee. Organize everything, and I do the agenda for our meetings when the steering committee gets together to try to keep things organized. Kim is our minutes manager or secretary, whatever she wants to be called, but she's totally organized in everything she does. So she types up all of our minutes, and then I review them and we send them out to the steering committee. Jack is on the steering committee also, and Jack is in charge of the scholarship program. So he reaches out to 2 local schools, East Aurora and Iroquois. And every year we try to give a $500 scholarship to a senior in high school that's going into the visual arts field in college. And Jack also does, when we have a show here on campus, which typically is 3 times per year, Jack will organize, we're given a free space for the guild. He organizes the tent outside, or if we're indoors for a show, we'll organize our space and try to get volunteers to help man the booth, and we raffle off donated artwork. We sell t-shirts. We're going to be selling our stickers for like $2 or $3. We're having pins made, and we're going to be selling and giving away. So Jack takes care of all of that. Let's see. Who else? Lisa is in charge of hospitality. So when we get together and we have a jury, she takes care of, it's an all-day affair. So she takes care of the food for everybody. She takes care of sending out thank you letters to people that have done presentations for us. And anything related that way she takes care of. Let's see, am I missing anybody? Rachel used to do treasury. She just recently became a grandma for the first time. And we haven't seen her, and she doesn't have a designated duty right now.
She just is helping Lisa.
So
for
yes,
the parties.
yes. Am I missing anybody? Robin, oh, I'm sorry, Robin. Robin, very is every monthly meeting. She organized our trip to the Birchfield Penny today, and you know, and whenever she schedules our guest speakers, and she's always on the phone trying to get somebody to help us out and come talk to us and teach us. So, and then Robin is a retired art teacher. I got everybody. We are looking for somebody. If you know, we're always happy to have people join the steering committee that if we feel like we have a talent or skill that we want to share about, we're more than happy to talk to you. Ray used to be on the steering committee. Yeah, that's good. He used to do a newsletter. It's great to do that, but it's a lot of work. And when I send out the email of this is our next meeting, sometimes I'll just include items that members need to know. And Ray basically said, well, that kind of covers it. So we don't have anybody officially doing that now, but sure it would be nice to give somebody to a newsletter. Janet's going to be with social media, taking over anything that is updating on our website. So maintaining the website.
So
Yeah.
I will get the hang of it. And I'm going to come into this room and figure out how to get my computer to link up. So that shouldn't happen.
No, it's no problem.
Okay.
And there's also included on social media is Instagram and Facebook. So Janet just recently posted a picture of some of the steering committee. We had gotten together at Paulette's house to brainstorm ideas. And there's a picture of us at Goofy. So Janet put that for us. So it's good to give people engaged and interested in what we're doing. Anybody that's a jury artist has access to our Facebook and Instagram. They can post their own pictures to help market themselves. So that's a benefit of being a jury artist. Yes, everybody that's on the steering committee will be at the jury. And in the past, we've invited outside artists to join us to help us jury. Paulette used to be an outside artist that we would invite in, and she graciously every time accepted. And we eventually lured her in, and she joined.
That's just where some
Pardon me. Any other questions? No, it doesn't anymore. It used to come out like twice a year, or once a quarter. It kept
It was
changing.
regular. We're trying to get a regular drumbeat, like, so it's a, a push, once a month to every member. But, things that, and it's more frequent.
Any questions from anybody out there? In video land?
Questions?
No.
No. Ray had mentioned shows, and there's some holiday shows at the end of the year that are popping up now.
Yeah.
So I received a note from the folks that run the holiday gift show at the Keenan Center in Lockport. And they asked a small group to, forward any names of artists that might be interested in that show. Yvonne does it. I've done it. It's a nice show. You've done it, yes, too, right? Anyways, so if you're interested in it, you can get a hold of the folks up there. And I guess we could publish it. The name you get a hold of is Jane Forcer, and she's up at the Keenan Center.
Could I jump in here just for a moment with you?
Sure.
I was thinking of if we could develop a Facebook page that's just like a group, would it be just for the guild members? There we could post shows that everyone knows, or if you have something to sell or trade, just between us.
Members.
It's
Well,
a
no,
private,
sure, I'll
private.
send it.
What do you think of that idea?
It was sort of like, Ray, would you send me a name if you're aware of one or two people, as opposed to, so if it just opens up to this group, that's fine.
Right,
If it
but
opens
not
up to
to,
the
yeah.
world, I'm
No,
sure that's what they
no,
do.
I
No,
agree with
just-
you, yeah.
No,
It would
members
be-
only type of.
And it would be that type of exchange or anything else. Like I have a friend. He's one of them.
I could, so this would just be our jury.
Yeah.
So even if it comes across your
Or
feed,
members. I think
Okay.
any paying member. What do you think, Ray?
I think that's great.
Or do you?
I don't think he thinks that's.
I always put myself in this, I'm not sure that's quite what they were looking for, but I can do that and we'll see what happens.
No, I just,
No,
no,
she's
not
just
for
saying
that,
in
just in
general.
general,
Yeah,
Like
general.
if you come across something that you think would be
I
good
got
to
it.
share with the group.
Well,
It doesn't
I
have to
wanna
be
publish
that,
this.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
right?
Yeah.
There we go.
It's just members of the
Thanks, that's
guild,
good to know.
totally, that would be
Yeah.
within this group to, let's say, sell sell like an easel.
I have an
You
easel.
know, she's got
Oh,
a French
like a-
easel she wants, you know, in case somebody wants to buy it. Or guess what? I just got an application for this show. Did anybody know that they're out already?
Just a little share
Oh,
between.
yeah.
the
More
members.
sharing amongst the members that way,
I got
you know, doing it that way, because I belong, let's say like my pottery group. It is just the people that belong and are members of the the pottery studio. And we talk amongst each others about different, you know,
batteries.
blazes at work and what's happening and, you know,
Got
the kiln's empty now, that kind of stuff.
We have to come up with a name so it's easy to know that it's not our regular guild page, Facebook. page.
We did have one of those in the past.
Oh, did you?
Do you remember
Yes,
Stacy?
Stacy.
And
Yes, and it was a mess. Because people had a really hard time understanding the difference between a private Facebook group versus our Facebook page. And I can see Melissa laughing because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's very hard unless you have people who are really tech savvy to get them to understand which one they should be using for what purpose. And so I closed it because it was not working.
Oh, I
We
see.
have to name something that's really obvious.
maybe just ACG
Fun page.
workspace or
Workspace.
something, I don't know. Gotta keep it separate, yeah.
And they have to realize that that is just the members of the guild and it's private. Everything you put on it should be private.
This person, because people invite them, not realizing.
You're not
inviting them
supposed to.
To the shop public page, but to the group.
Yeah.
And are people able to share to the
Yes.
public?
No.
Okay, so
No.
that, they couldn't do that by accident. You know what I mean, like a share and then.
Right. Invite at the same time they want their friends that don't belong to the guild.
Right.
To this group.
Right.
I don't know if there's parameters that you can put on that. You know what I mean? So that everything gets approved by the administrator before
It goes on there.
happens. That might be a way to limit that as well.
True. Oh, you set it up. You have to say.
So it's the weekend before Thanksgiving, and if you're not aware of that, the key. So, yeah, thanks. I'm glad.
Thank you for letting me jump in.
No, that's okay. Jump right in.
And for the new members here, I don't know if you guys know Melissa Buckley, she owns the Rusty Button gift shop in East Aurora. And she sells 100% arts, handmade work, no buy-sell stuff. She has paintings on the wall, she's got 2B3, all sorts of fun stuff. Good place to sell, buy, shop.
I met Christina at the show house last summer. And her work is just beautiful. So super interesting, lots of layers, right? And then,
Thanks for joining us.
yeah, I'm really happy to see you.
Yeah, arts. Right.
It all works out.
Well, no, you paid, you were paid membership. So as soon as you get a paid membership, I put you in as far as the emails.
It was. I agree.
You should, we're going to try to do other tours of other buildings and other places in the community, field trips.
Yes, I did mention
Oh,
that,
okay.
yeah, that we're trying to do 2 to 3 field trips per year.
Per year.
Because we do have members that are in, we have the jury artists in California, we have one in the Chicago area, we have one in Arizona, Florida, out of state, and Rochester, that it's hard for them to make field trips. So we do want everybody to be able to participate in some way. So we can't do every month of field trip, but a couple times a year would be wonderful. Use the triangle rows on your work. If you've made it, you know, that's, I don't want to say status, I think that word, but it's proof that your work is of exceptional quality, design, craftsmanship. And you re-jury once every 3 years to make sure that they count their work. You don't need to pay a jury fee if you're doing a show on campus. It's free for jury artists. So it's extra working for yourself.
Can I ask you a question too? So is our shop art, I mean, I've noticed more and more people recognize this immediately.
I've noticed that too.
I mean, and it's
That's
just.
great.
In the last, even when the stuff is, you know what I mean? They're prepared and they see the stuff. On the poles and stuff. So that's great, but this last show at Lockport, I'm gonna say better than hands of people, and maybe because they'd already seen you, but it was nice. So, too bad.
So once you're a jury artist, we send you an 8.5 by 11. Says jury artist with triangle rows, and we use a Willie Morris graphic at the top of the bottom. It looks nice. It looks like our brochures. And yeah, people are, once they see that, they know, oh, right, well, yeah, we're arts and crafts people. So yeah. So Drew's a fairly new jury artist. He juried in last September. And he did the presentation for us a couple months ago. I'm sorry, I missed I saw your presentation on Zoom. I was homesick.
Bring her next time.
Yvonne, it might be a good time to explain why we use a triangle rose and how that came about.
Yep, good idea. So the arts and crafts movement started the late 1800s, basically in Great Britain. And during that time, that was, you know, it started because of the Industrial Revolution from like 1850s, and things were becoming more mechanized and mass produced, and the arts and crafts movement was a movement to bring things back to handmade and quality design items. So Charles Rennie McIntosh in Great Britain, he was an architect, interior designer. He made furniture. He did jewelry, a little bit of everything. He designed a round rose, a motif that's seen in a lot of his work. And people, when they see a round rose, they automatically think of the arts and crafts movement. Hubbard brought the arts and crafts movement to the U.S. right here in Aurora. That's where this is the home of the arts and the arts and crafts movement in the United States. He hired a young man by the name of Dart Hunter, who was a designer who had seen, traveled throughout Europe, he saw the round rows, and he did, I don't know if it inspired him, but he developed square rows that the Breakcraft campus uses a lot in their letterhead. People just associate the square rows with Breakcraft. So we wanted to do something continuing that tradition within the arts and crafts movement for our guild, our crafts, craftsmen guild. So we wanted to do something following the tradition so people would recognize us, and that's how we call it triangle row. So it's circle, square, triangle. Hopefully that explains it well enough. You're docent at the word craft. Is there anything I missed history-wise? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of the founder. Yeah. Yeah. And I wanted to point out, Sarah is new to our guild too.
Hi, Sarah.
And you make and design purses and any questions from SUNY people? Any topics that you wanted to bring up?
Can you talk about how our jury process differs a little bit from maybe other jury processes?
Sure, yeah, that's a good point. I've been involved with another group, and when we decided to jury within the guild, we wanted the artists to be able to be there and not just drop off your work and leave, and have people talk about your work without you being able to explain things. So we came up with the process of each artist will bring in their work, and they have a chance to talk about their work and how they do their process, how they make it, how they design it. And then the jury, which again consists of the steering committee, possibility of a couple outsiders, then the jury can ask questions direct to the artist and have a conversation back and forth, so we can understand why they did what they did. One of our old jury artists who has since passed on, Sam Haney, when he first juried with us, he had just a scribbled piece of paper. He did calligraphy work, and he just had a scribbled piece of paper. And like, if you would have dropped it off and left, nobody would know why he have that. So he explained that he had that. That's how he initially starts his calligraphy, and he would take letters and make all sorts of designs within a letter, and did custom commissions. If your last name started with a B, he would do a B, and all these different things related to what that family wanted. And so his scribbled piece of paper was his beginning. So it was great. And, develop a design and how and why they do what they do. So we do jury on the quality of design, quality of craftsmanship. We want to know what your background is, just because we're curious, and it always helps. And am I missing anything for people that are on the jury? Go ahead.
My experience was you also take a very subjective evaluation, but you do it within some framework that's somewhat objective, scale and an explanation. And I think personally, I think a lot of people agree that feedback is a very useful tool, so that if you're in, you got a 4 is kind of shallow.
Yes, yes, that's an excellent
You know what I'm
point,
saying?
yes.
And so that was for me, that really cemented, should I be in this organization as a jury of arts? Because that was all, even the critical pieces were constructed, and you really felt that inclusion that's in the brochure. I mean, immediately. And so that's just I thought it was very well done. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent point. Yes, every juror writes a comment for each person, and as Ray said, it's very constructive to hear from other people what their thoughts are on your work. It really does help. So we take a lot of time to consolidate all that and type it all out and send it to each person. Each person will hear from 9 or 10 different jurors. They see every single comment, every single thing that's written down. We type up and give it to them, so they have that.
Okay, now I'm more scared.
No.
I'm very scared.
Like Ray said, it is very constructive though. So.
Can I just, I don't want to, but the other thing that was really, for me, very cool is, so I work with wood and pretty specific, I turn with bowls and things like that. But, so I get input from an expert like Jack, who's been in the business and is, very broad knowledge and deep knowledge of woodworking. And so it's very straightforward. It's high utility. I can apply it almost immediately. As well as designers, just in terms of shape, form and function. And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, because each artist is getting input from all different fields. So you're all different.
And there is synergy. I mean, it's not like that.
Because every artist in the group that's even on the steering committee or jury committee, they all have different backgrounds, and you may know a lot about painting, and you may know a lot about wood, and you may know a lot about metal, and we try to reflect that even on our comments. What we know. Maybe I don't know a lot about metal, but the design of your pieces was, awesome. Right. Any more questions, Stacy?
She's all tapped out on excellent questions.
Yes, it were.
Do I not have enough to do right now? Just
You need one more thing to do, right?
I know other people can think of questions. I know they can.
Well, I have a question. While we sort out the Facebook group situation, hello, Briggy. Do you think, Ray, that you could email, reply to the guild email for tonight with the Keenan information and the contact person?
Sure. Yep, I will.
Yeah, because I think I would really like to make contact with them.
Absolutely. Yep, it's a nice show and nice people. Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Make sure you hit the 20 membership. Just saying.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. It's how that works. Okay.
It might also be a good time to remind all of our juried artists that they can use our social media, and please use our social media so that we have content being added to social media. If you try to post on the Facebook or something's not working, just let me or Janet know so that we can fix it for you. And then the rules that we established for Facebook and for Instagram were that each artist could post once a week. So, which we would love to have everyone do. That would be fantastic. Also, if you see that the guild has a post, if you could share it, that helps us a lot because it's going to help us with visibility. So
Every day I try to share if any of you guys have posted anything, you know, and then even know you or have met you before, seen your artwork before. So, I mean, I do that like, you know, every morning. Try to look for stuff and share.
I have a suggestion about the Facebook page.
Okay.
I was the president of a gallery in Vermont, and I ran the Facebook page. And when, I don't know who the admins are, but I would check the Facebook, you know, every day, all day. And when people share anything on the Facebook page, often there are people that aren't following the page that like or comment, or so you need to click on those people and invite them to like the page. And that's how I got to thousands of people liking the page, to not let those people go, you know, unnoticed. Every time someone that's not following the page likes or comments, invite them. And then you'll build really quickly, really, really quickly.
Well, a few months back, I made sure that I had sent out invites, and I sent out 300 to 400, and I still that are saying, "Oh, I like the craftsman," yeah, the guild page. So, I mean, I was sending it out to everybody, and we can all do that.
Yeah.
Just invite.
Yeah, whenever I see names come up, I always hit,
Yeah.
invite.
It has to be the admin. It has to be the admin, though, that I can't really hear you well, so I'm sorry if you already said this, but it has to be the admin that invites, checks all that, like checks the page and checks every post and makes sure that whoever's not following gets an invite to follow.
You get a notification that so-and-so liked a post. In that notification, it says, help them see more. You know that, right? You've
Yeah.
seen that. And that's when you click on that, and that gives you the opportunity to invite them.
Right.
Yeah, if you're real diligent about that, your page will just grow.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you have anything to ask?
So, yeah, this is an unusual meeting. Normally it's a structured meeting, but because again, like I said before, we had our field trip, so we're a little different today. So this was being recorded, correct? And all of our Zoom meetings will then go on to the Arts and Craftsman Guild has our own YouTube channel. So all of our Zoom meetings will go onto our YouTube channel, so you can watch it at your leisure another time, which is always good to know. So we've had really unique presenters in the past, and if you couldn't make it that night, always look at it in a few days and see, oh, this is Janet talked, and she showed her paintings and her prints and, you know, you can then see it. One time Jack did one on, years and how he does veneers. So I mean, they're all educational. That's our whole thing is we try to do educational. So you can go on in the future and learn how to do it.
How long are the meetings? Is there like a structured time or do we just start at 6:30 and then see what happens?
Yeah,
Basically, that's-
Yeah. Typically a meeting will last about an hour or sometimes even up to an hour and a half if there's a lot of questions. Drew did a meeting that I think we had 2 speakers that night after you talked. I think Barbara, porcelain painter. She did.
Strupka.
Thank you, Barbara Strupka. She did a presentation after you. And then there were some questions in after yours and after hers. And that lasted a good maybe hour and 15 minutes, I believe. So that's a typical meeting.
Have you at the steering committee had any discussion or vision when this actually may be a sort of based networking kind of meeting, or is this something forever?
We're hoping to always have in-person and Zoom meetings both. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and that's mainly because the people that can't come to an in-person meeting that are from out of state,
Right.
because this gives them an option.
You got it.
Yeah, we're trying to be accessible to all of our members, which really we weren't before. And COVID forced us to figure out Zoom and to get a YouTube channel, which is great though. I mean, it's a great thing for its advantage. It's good that we have to think positive things. It did force us to now we're accessible to everyone. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Is anybody here doing the show in June? I got an email about a show in June.
For the Roycroft Campus Show,
Yeah,
yes. I do all the Roycroft shows and do most of our steering committee and the local members.
I meant to apologize.
I think I'm going to do the June show. I haven't registered yet, but is it first come, first serve when you show up at this show?
It's jury. So Ellen is in charge of the shows. Ellen Nowicki, who's a Roycroft campus employee.
Yeah, I know there was,
She's in
they,
charge of all the. Pardon me?
I know they said submit 3 to 5 pieces.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, is it let's say you're juried in, you're accepted, when you show up that day, is it first come, first serve, or are you designated?
He assigns spots.
What did you say?
He assigns spots, so you'll
Oh.
have a assigned location of where your tent will be.
Okay.
Yeah, which is typical of almost every show.
Okay.
If not,
Yeah.
yeah. We're also the whole guild is a really good resource for people that have just moved into the area that want to know what are good shows to do. We're wealth of knowledge when it comes to that. A lot of us have a lot of years of experience. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask us questions.
Now, when there are shows available for artists? Is that what I heard earlier, that you didn't want to post on the Facebook page publicly what shows were available for artists?
Yeah, that was
No,
a
that-
separate situation. But the bigger shows we could.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you, okay,
no, we could do that. It was just this one particular one that isn't established yet that Ray was referring to, just something a little different.
Okay. okay. The audio is a little choppy, so I miss a lot of, and I can't hear anybody in the background that's talking.
Sorry. You can go to, we have a Gmail account, you can email us, you could call us. Once you're a member, you would have access to the members list somehow. How do you do that, Paulette?
Well, once you're a member, I mean, they can go on to, I believe they can go right on to, unless we're the only ones, I don't know. They can go to the website, pick your,
Can everybody go to the gym?
Right, so like.
That's what I'm wondering. I think they can.
Resource.
You should be able to go to our Gmail
Gmail. yeah.
and ask any questions that you want, or, you know, maybe we can.
So you,
Everybody in the steering committee receives that.
well, but when you go to the contact, you could 2022 members, can
Right.
everybody access that? Then it would go to everyone who's a member. But if we get that other Facebook page going, we could share and ask there also.
Okay.
Then
Oh,
the
okay.
Gmail, you could ask to all members.
Only the steering committee has access to the Gmail account.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I gave you
That's
some
okay.
information. It's my 30 curve.
So,
Yeah,
so that's
Sorry,
why
Stacy.
face-to-face meetings are good too, because, you know, you can say, oh, Missy, I hear you do, I need to, what's the best show for leaving? And so, yeah, that's just getting to know all of us is a good thing. So then you know, we're who to talk to about.
All members.
We should have it on the website. That would be a good place for it.
I believe on the membership list on the website tells what each individual does also.
Yes.
But I
that-
think
that
it's
is
only
jury
jury
members.
members are on
Yeah,
there.
jury members.
If you're an
Oh, okay.
associate member, you're not listed on there at all.
Associate artist, that was that membership list. I thought-
Well,
I
on
thought-
the membership list, but not on the list.
But not on the website.
So it's juried members only listed on the website?
Correct. At this point.
So that, is that considered a perk or is
Yeah,
that
I would
considered?
think.
Do you have your name?
I thought- state that all listed on the membership list, and jury artists were highlighted.
No. No, it's not like that.
We could establish a way for every member to have access to all the members. So like, you know, say you live in like West Falls, or wherever artists live in West Falls. We should be able to have a link where they can go and take a look at, oh, here's a list, and we're all members of the same group.
Yeah, there should be a spot where we could
Yeah.
have like contact information
Yeah.
for all
For all
members.
members?
Yeah, I think.
So you like
I
their
think-
name and their email address?
Maybe they, that would be good, yeah.
And that way you look somebody up yourself and talk to them yourself.
Yeah.
Because if we're only, yeah, so if we're only able to, as a steering committee, do all that, the rest of the group needs a way to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'd have to have another page on the website to list them.
Either
is a good
that,
idea.
or maybe once a year, we just email the list that you sent us. Email everybody a list, so these are the current members. So everybody knows, and then next year we'll do the same thing. These are the members.
Okay.
We'll talk.
Okay,
We can bring up the.
I belong to an organization where we meet once a year, or I call it Art Camp. It's a summer institute, which is the official name. But the first year I went, they asked for art card. I think it's an art card.
Yeah.
And I thought, make an art card, but I don't know, I didn't get the concept. But when I did show up, and these cards are beautiful. They're like a calling card or a business card, the business card size, but they're individually made and then exchanged, and that's our contact list for each other. But I don't know if it was a different concept. So
It's a good
business
point. We'll have
card
to
maybe.
bring people to
brainstorm it.
out, yeah.
Everyone dreads making the cards, so I think it's a really good idea, but most people can't.
Especially if we gotta make like 40 of them or 50.
Yeah,
It's
there's
probably very representative of a huge artist.
It's
Yes.
amazing, seriously amazing. There's one girl that felted the front of her card and there's fold outs. Mine is a painting that I cut up to make it easy for myself, but it is, but anyways, we all probably have business cards to share, but I don't think that's, I think it's much easier, obviously, to use technology and it's all right there.
Yeah.
Save it. Drop them. Anyways.
Where are you projecting them up there?
Last time I knew that wasn't working. Something wasn't working with it, right?
From what I
I do
understand.
like that idea though.
They did get
We're
more
lucky
equipment.
Oh, did they?
I
Okay.
don't know, I don't know anything about it.
This is. When we did it, where's the breeze?
Oh, really?
Oh, okay, we didn't know.
So you're now the IT guy for the one. for the
Yeah,
show.
please.
Next go.
We have
Careful what you volunteer for.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's not a meeting.
Sure.
Yeah, I think Jen did do the speakers, right?
I do, I can turn it on, but I'm not sure if they'll hear us. Should we try it? See if they can hear us. We might be able to hear them. a little better. It's just a speaker, so. Stacy, could you say something, please? See, I don't know if they can hear us now.
I could, but what do you want me to say?
Well, we wanted
Oh,
to see if
never
our
mind.
speaker was working.
No, that's
Oh.
not.
See it.
I'll work on that for next.
Yeah, all we get is feedback on that.
Where should we put it? Let's try it here.
So- It sounds like you're underwater. It's not good.
Full-time session
I'm just curious.
Should we start with Zoom? Stacy, do you want to start?
Start what?
Oh, did you hear my question?
No.
See, I told you it wasn't working.
No.
I'll restate it.
Okay.
I just want everybody who's in on this meeting to know from everybody else, if you do your artwork as a full-time profession,
Yes.
There's your artwork.
Yeah. What do you do?
I do copper wire jewelry.
okay, next Zoom, we're gonna do everybody on Zoom first.
Oh, wait, I have earrings right
Oh, she's showing her.
Beautiful work.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm showing it because it's not generally what people expect when I say that, so. But yeah, it's full-time plus half-time, so yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Who's next? Gonna read the
Kim,
name?
Yes. Hi, can you hear
Hi.
me?
yeah.
Okay.
We just want everybody in on the meeting to know if you do your artwork as a full-time profession.
No, I'm in the retiring stage. But I still do make jewelry. I still do sell jewelry. And I'm a wire artist, wire jewelry.
Thank you.
Do you want me to show you a piece?
If you have one.
Okay. Never mind. I thought I had it handy here. I don't.
That's okay. Can you see who else is on there?
I can't see who's.
Just. Yeah, but their name should come up. If you touch the key.
Oh, Marie? Oh, okay. Suzanne O'Brien.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Suzanne O'Brien and I'm a fiber artist. I specialize in wet felting. And I was doing this full time besides being stay-at-home mom, but I took a part-time job last year with Lockwood Gardens, or Lockwood Greenhouse Gardens. So I am in charge of the herbs and veggies there. So, but it's still part-time. So the other part-time and other part-time, having your own business is a full-time job, no matter if you have another job aside of that. So yes. So I have a piece right here that I can show. It's a Nuno felted shawl.
Beautiful.
Double-sided. So yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Michelle? Michelle still there? Okay.
I have a piece of jewelry to show you now.
Okay, Kim.
Can you see it? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful.
So that's wire wrap, sterling silver and malachite. I don't know what you can see. But anyway,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Oh, finally. I could,
Hi, Marie.
nothing, nobody was responding. But anyways, now do you want me to talk for a couple seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well anyways, I'm still a metal clay artist and jewelry designer, but it's kind of on hold until I get myself established here in Arizona. And I was sent some information by Facebook to Yvonne about a new guild that I just got involved with called the Mountain Artists Guild. So hopefully things are working with them. They've been established for 70 years here in Prescott, Arizona. And it's
Wow.
really quite phenomenal. And they've got 300 members, and they've got their own, they have an old church that they turned into a gallery, and it's all about artists, all for artists, all about artists. And so hopefully I can get involved with them and get established and teach classes. They have a whole big room for classes. They have, like, I don't know how many shows a year. I'm going to send this brochure. But, and then when they have their sales, 75% of the sales goes to the artist, which is just phenomenal. And yeah, isn't that? But I mean, they have what they have going on. They have they mentioned that 18% of their population is veterans, so they offer free art classes to veterans. And so it's been really quite eye-opening to see what has taken place in 70 years of group evolving and developing. And so, and they have a couple outdoor summer shows, and that's how they, that's how they get their funding to keep this gallery going and the building and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm on hold right now, but hopefully things will get back to normal once I get my studio set up and I get established out here. And that's what I'm doing out here in Arizona. But I miss the guild, Arts and Craftsmen Guild, something unbelievable. And I miss all the friends. Oh yeah, it's been tough. I didn't know I'd be this homesick, not at all, never. Don't miss the snow. Oh,
We miss you too, Marie. Marie is one of the founding members of the guild.
and I have no idea how to get my picture to show up on here because I do
I
have,
was gonna say, can you turn your camera on?
I don't know how to do that. I've been
Bottom left.
clicking on everything here. And
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Touch your screen.
well, all I see is, well, I hit share screen and nothing's been happening with that. Then I have start video.
The
It's
bottom
right
left,
alongside your mute button on the bottom left.
it'll say video.
Yeah,
If it has a red line through it, then you're off. If you click on it, the red line will go away and we'll see you.
so I have to click on it and hold it.
No, just click on
Click
where
on-
it says stop video or video
Yeah, I did do that.
next.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, it's not coming on when I'm clicking on that where it says start video.
Yvonne can probably help you with that. You maybe need to enable your camera.
Well, then I gotta make sure, well, I'll have to have my son come here sometime and show me. He didn't get back from work. That usually helps. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to join us tonight.
Well, I have joined many times, but I didn't know how to, talk. Well, I just end up sitting there and listening, which is okay, which is good.
Okay,
That's it, but it's nice to see everybody. Makes me feel better.
good. Polly,
Yeah.
did you want to tell us about your artwork? And I know you're new.
Yes. Oil, acrylic, pen and ink, bookbinding, sculpting, I mean, a bunch of stuff, but primarily watercolor. And watercolor painting has been my part-time job for over 30 years. And now it's my full-time job because I've retired from my career. And that was full-time. But I also started in Vermont. I started a 45 member gallery that was a 501c3. And we were 45 members in a gallery. Everybody paid a membership for the year. And they showed their work there year round. And we had an art reception every first Thursday of every month where we featured 3 to 4 artists. So that kept me very busy for about 4 years. And the gallery's been in existence now for about 6 years, and they're still going strong since I left. So, so now I'm looking for a new group because I was in Vermont for a long time, and now I'm in Buffalo, New York. And so this is the first group I found, and that's why I'm a little quiet. I'm just listening, taking it all in, and I'm probably going to start participating a little bit more this summer now that COVID is a little less an issue. So yeah, you'll be jurying me in March. I'm almost ready.
Great.
Excellent.
We look forward to it.
Yes.
Thank you. So do I.
John? Is it John? Hi, John. Would you like to tell us about your work?
Yeah, sure. My name is John Candellin. I live in Lancaster. I love going to East Aurora. It's one of my favorite places to go to. And I paint with coffee. I've done a couple of different shows that you might have seen me at. So very happy to be here tonight. First time, and looking forward to going to jury and showing off my stuff. And oddly enough, it just so happens yesterday, WYRK wrote an article about me. I guess the morning DJ saw me at a local show over the weekend. So if you want to see some of my stuff, you can check out the WYRK article. It's pretty cool, actually. I was surprised. I saw the headline that said Western New York guy that paints with coffee. And I thought someone was sending me an article about somebody else to show me that somebody else is doing it. So it was a nice surprise when it turned out to be about me.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah. So I've been painting with coffee for probably 5 years now. Before that, I did a lot of other different art, very similar to Polly, of just, drawing, pen and ink, dabble a little bit with other paints, but coffee is very, and brew it yourself to get the right consistency so that it'll work.
Do you
Do you
drink
have
a lot of
anything that
coffee?
Yeah, I have lots of stuff around here. My favorite one that I kept for myself is this piece here. It's a larger one. So it's just the Avengers walking to Thanos in the Endgame scene. I do a lot of pop culture stuff. Pretty popular at Comic-Con events, and I always find it great. Like, I did the Wurlitzer show, and it was a Valentine's Day show, and there's lots of jewelry and leggings and different type of stuff, and then there's my stuff, and I'm the one where all the men stop at the table to look at, where all the women are like, this is a great gift for my son or for my husband and stuff like that. So I'm a good balance to the rest of the group.
That's great.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Michelle,
Hi.
do you want to share your artwork?
Sure. Well, so I'm in Chicago. I was in New York for the majority of my life. And so primarily the things that I do always center back to teaching. And so I'm an art educator, but I've done a lot of kids classes at the Roycroft during the summers when I can. So I do a little bit of everything. I'm a Rennie, so I travel to Renaissance festivals and I do mosaic work. So this is a vessel just made out of ceramic tile. I do a lot of glass work. When I do the fall festival at the Roycroft, I like to do a demo mosaic. So I actually create the mosaic as I'm sitting there, and it's always fun to have participation with everybody, and they always tell me, oh, I think you should put pink there, or I think you should make that a swirl, and it's fun. So I am going small. I'm starting to do some micro mosaic work, and I also just I do a lot of mosaic tile stuff, and then I'm the same way. I'm kind of like I'm into everything, but I have a fine arts background, so I have a little bit of a deep understanding of a lot of different mediums. And then, of course, when I travel to the Renaissance festivals or when I teach classes, I always bring my gnomes with me. And, they just evolve into like little characters. And I have another one here that she's just a wise, and they have like their own little personality, but they're all dry felted for the most part, and knitted and sewed, and just a little bit of.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Now that's everybody on Zoom. Now we're gonna go around the room. Here, Janet, do you want to start?
Sure. I think I have to. I'll say I'm a mixed media artist. So watercolor and fibers are my favorites. I'm not a full-time artist right now. I'm retired from teaching. So we'll see what happens.
My name is Paulette, and I guess I'm going to start using this word. I'm a dabbler. The young lady from the News Star gave me that name last year, but I actually work in pottery, work in clay, colored pencil, watercolor, basket weaving, and collage. And so any day of the week, I'm doing one or more than one of the mediums that I work in. So I used to own an art gallery for 8 years, and I decided, I think that was just before COVID, I closed it. And now I'm just doing things for myself. I'm not a full-time person as far as my artwork goes. I just started to get into some shows and opened up an Etsy shop a year ago. So I'm just kind of like beginning, because I tend to want to help everybody get their feet wet and point them in a good direction, but now it's kind of my turn.
I have a couple of Paulette's work. This is some of her collage work.
Oh, beautiful.
And here is some of her watercolor. Can you see that?
Kim?
Yep.
Okay, we'll go around this way. I'm Yvonne. YMS Art Glass is my business. I've been doing stained glass since for 27 years, the same age as my guns. I've been established a business for 25 years. I've been doing more glass fusing, painting nature scenes on glass and fusing it, and then either putting it in a wood frame or soldering it to stained glass for a window panel. I like frankly great designs, and my background is in architecture and interior design. And I'm one of the founding members of the Yeah.
I have a piece of Yvonne's work right here.
Very nice, Kim. Go, girl.
So Kim, do you have a piece of mine or should I pass?
I do have a piece of your work. Wait, I'll be right back.
I'm a cabinet, full-time cabinet maker, started about 40 years ago, and so I guess that's it. We gotta wait for Kim though.
Oh, she'll pop back.
So anyway, yes, I do full-time, I guess the art side of the reason I'm in the guild, I don't do that full-time, so sideline. Something will work.
Okay, I have a piece of Jack's.
We're gonna show the oven rack? Yeah, I sure do.
Remember you made these?
Oh, what is it?
The oven rack.
It's a rack.
Oh, okay.
For the oven.
All right, all right. Very nice, Kim. Very nice, Jack.
Oh, I just thought of something.
Thank
I got something of Ray's too. I'll be right back.
Oh, we're getting to him.
Missy's next. Do you have anything of hers?
Who needs a gallery when you got Kim?
Okay, so I'm Melissa Buckley, and I was doing my art full time, probably for about 10 years. And then I opened a gallery shop, and so now I do my artwork sometimes there. And I have free time sometimes after work, sometimes on the weekend. Any kind of I have a little room at the shop that I can put my scarves on. I bring other work from home that I can do there. And I would love to be doing it full time again, but for another time.
So I'm right now, full-time is a relative term. I guess. So I have a blueberry farm, and I got into woodworking and all that, turning, because I needed something to do in the wintertime. And so I've been doing that now 12 years, I guess. And yeah, I'd say it's part-time, but I manage how much I want to sell and how many shows I participate in, because I've got this whole other side, and somewhere in there I want to retirement. So.
Okay, so this is Ray's. Ray makes these French rolling pins.
Beautiful.
I love it. Uh-oh, I can't hear him. I can't hear him.
Can you hear now?
Now yeah, now I hear.
Okay.
Did you see the rolling pin?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
What do you call the trees?
It's called span bomb. It's a German craft. They're curled wood Christmas trees, if you will.
Oh.
And they've really taken off. It's a lot different. You use a different part of your brain. You know, the holes on the blade are a little more bang, bang, bang. And these are much more fine and working with a chisel.
Yeah.
Drew?
Dealer. I've been doing it for like 17 years.
You gotta speak up.
Part-time right now.
Drew, can you move forward? We can't hear you. Can you move forward?
We have a director.
Come on, Drew.
Okay, we're good enough. Hi, Stacy. Yeah, I've been doing it for 17 years, part-time, but eventually with my woodworking full-time, hopefully with the guild and everything, that helped me along. So. we'll see.
Thank you.
She's a card.
Christina? My name is Christina.
Gotta speak up.
What design?
We can't hear anyone in the back.
You have to move forward.
She's gonna tell you to move forward. You gotta sit there.
She's coming. Like it's a hot seat.
Don't be scared. We can't actually reach you.
We have Christina Paul now.
And I retired as a designer, specifically children's books. And I still work a day a week making children's books with illustrators and creating. But painting is my own personal passion. So I feel like painting the studio in my basement. And finally, I have the time to just really explore just lots of different things, actually. Doing some non-objective.
Welcome.
Thank you. Sarah?
You're in the hot seat.
Here comes Sarah.
My name is Sarah Lukowski. I am the owner of SJ Handmades. I have been doing a mix in the beginning, working obviously and working now after about 10 years.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Move over there.
I'm a quiet talker. So right now I am doing it full time in addition to being, I have 2 children that, so when they're in school, I'm able to work. But that, like all of us, took time to get to that point. I go the 9 to 5 or in.
What is it that you do?
I design and make handbags, totes, crossbody clutches, all that kind of purses and stuff. And I do purse repair too, when I do like the upcycle. Like people come to me, they have a leather jacket or something, or can you do something out of it so I can still use it, that type of thing as well.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a side hustle to the main designing and making.
So cool. Very nice.
Thank you, everybody. That's everybody. That was very good. It's a good way to get to know everybody, and now we know that if you have an old leather jacket, you can make something out of it.
I do so many purse repairs, like the handles tend to go first, because so I make the handles.
Is Drew's wife, is she artistic?
He doesn't want to be a lot, but I don't. Yeah.
What is your first name?
Chanel.
Kim, Janelle supports her husband Drew. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, everybody, for coming virtually and in person. I think it was a good meeting. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And we hope to see everyone back here again next month. Remember, second Thursday of every month, except for January, because nobody wants to go out in January. We decided that with the steering committee. And August, I always say July and August. July will be our summer party. December is our holiday show. So all in between the open meeting, open educational meeting for.
I have a question about the December show. That was it jury only, and is it just the guild, the December show? Or is that?
Oh, the show on the campus?
Is that what you mean?
No, I was referring to our December meeting.
Yeah,
our December
show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
I
thought there was something.
My bad.
Sweet something in
Yeah, no,
December.
just the December meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Second Thursday of the month, it's our calendar.
Oh, yeah.
Do we know who's speaking at our next meeting?
Rob is not here. I know she has something else to do tonight, but she has something lined up and I don't.
I'm pretty sure Ellen is coming to talk to us for our next meeting.
I think
Okay.
it's, yeah.
Want to explain who Alan is?
Yeah, just so everyone here knows, and we'll send out an email too. Alan is the Roycroft Campus Corporation director. Yes, I think, yeah, he's, kind of like the director of education too and special events. He deals a lot with the history and gives history lectures, organizes lectures. He takes care of organizing all the shows
Classes
and
setting up.
and organizing classes on campus and amongst other things. I mean, there's not many employees and they all do a lot, but those are his main things that he does. And he'll be speaking with us. I'm sure he'll touch on the history too of Roycroft campus, which is always good to know since this is where we're meeting and. Sure.
Put it all in the, like on our website or on the big website, like the different shows.
Oh,
And list the artists that are gonna be
it's a
there.
good idea.
It is a good
Yeah,
idea.
it's.
We can't hear him, so I don't know what he just said.
Drew asked if we could put on our website a listing of shows that a lot of our members are going to be at. Which could help other artists too, knowing what shows are out there. So we'll be advertising for us, advertising for our artists, advertising for the show. And I think Janet's kind of writing that down now.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
So the website with which member will be at which show, right?
So, good idea, thank you. Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we always know that the second weekend of June is Allentown, the last weekend of June is the Roy Crop Show. Yeah, that's good.
Which Allentown's the go this year.
To go.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thanks for looking up.
Okay, I think our meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Stacy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll call you, Stacy.